Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm Miss Kim, and I'm so glad you're here for Storytime today. I have a great book to read to you this morning, and also I'd like to talk to you about what's on my board. I'm sure that you can see there are some pretty leaves on my board, all different colors, and the leaves have letters on them, and the letters spell a word. So I thought we could talk about what the letters are and what the word is. So if you know the letters, how about if you say them with me? Letter T, H, A, letter N, K, F, U, and L. And when you put all of those letters together, it spells thankful. Thankful. Do you know what it means to be thankful? We are thankful when we say thank you for things. And I'm sure that you have all kinds of times that you say thank you for things. Today we're going to talk about being thankful and saying thanks. And before we start, though, I wanted to teach you something special, because there are lots of ways to say thank you, and most of us that live where we do, we say thank you, or we might say gracias. But there is another way that I'd like to teach you, and it's called American Sign Language, and it's a way to say thank you with your hands and not your voice. So this is how you do it. You take your hand and you make a flap, and you almost touch your lips, and you do this. You don't talk, you just go. And that means thank you. So instead of using your voice sometimes to say thank you, you can do this. Okay? That's fun, huh? And that means thank you too. All right. So how about if we start our story? I'm probably going to have to scooch closer because I want you to be able to see these wonderful pictures in my book. Bear Says Thanks by Karma Wilson. Bear Says Thanks by Karma Wilson. All alone in his cave, Bear listens to the wind. He is bored, and he misses his friends. I could make a big dinner, he says, a feast that I could share. That's a good idea. But he looks through his cupboard, and the cupboard is bare. Oh no! Then Mouse stops by with a huckleberry pie. And the bear says, what's the bear say? Thanks. Thanks. Do you see the little teeny tiny pie that Mouse brought? It's a big pie for Mouse. It's a very tiny pie for Bear. Bear says, goodness me, a delectable pie. But I have nothing, he adds with a sigh. But I have nothing, he says. Then they hear, hi-ho! And they both see Hare with a big batch of muffins at the door of the lair. You think they're going to like the muffins? Hare hurries in from the cold, rushing wind, and Bear says, thanks. Of course, says Hare. Then he points to the door. Badger. He's got even more. What does Badger have? He's got some fish, it looks like. Brrr, says Badger as he tromps inside, and he sets down his pole and he smiles really wide. I'm back from a stroll at the old fishing hole. And Bear says, thanks. Then Gopher and Mole tunnel up from the ground. We have warm honey nuts. Let's pass them around. There's a flap and a flitter and a flurry in the den when in flutters Owl with Raven and Wren. We have pears from the tree and herbs to brew tea. And the bear says, wait, wait, he says. Bear mutters and he stutters and he wears a big frown. Bear sighs and he moans and he plops himself down. Do you see him? Look at him. You have brought yummy treats, he says. You are so nice to share, but me, I have nothing. My cupboards are bare. Oh, look at Bear. Mouse squeaks. Don't fret. There's enough, dear Bear. You don't need any food. You have stories to share. His friends hug him tight. It will be all right. And the bear says, thanks. The bear says, thanks. They lay out their feast on a quilt on the ground, and the bear takes a seat while his friends gather round. And in a cave in the woods, in a warm, bright lair, the friends feel grateful for their good friend Bear. They pass around platters, they tweet, and they chatter. And they all say, thanks. That's the end of my story. Isn't that a good story? That's a great story. And to be able to say thanks to our friends when they share things with us is very important. And to be able to share food with each other is a nice thing to do too. Okay, I have one more thing that I'd like to show you before you go. Oh, it's up here. This is something that I have for you at the library. It says, I am very thankful for, and you can fill in whatever you think that you're thankful for. You can write words if you know how to write words. You can draw a picture of something you're thankful for, whatever you want to do. These will be available at all of our libraries if you would like to stop in and get one. And just have conversation with your kids about being thankful and what they're thankful for. So guess what? I am thankful for you and that you came to Storytime today. So, thanks, and I will see you next time.